Hey there, Doc. Here we are at the 6th video in this video series. And by now you might be thinking that improving your performance exponentially and jumping from one level to another so quickly and so easily, like we've been talking about here in the ChiroLaunch Formula series, you might think that could sound unrealistic, especially if you think of it as something that you have to do all by yourself. But you don't. You need to forget the idea that you should be able to tangibly see all the resources that are necessary to leverage your performance up so dramatically. There are resources that you can access that just cannot be seen, and they are far greater and far more powerful than the resources that you can observe. Absence of evidence is not evidence of their absence. Think about an iceberg, where you can only see the tip of what's really there, and there's so much going on underneath. Just as real and just as out of sight are invisible resources that are ready to make a profound difference in what you can achieve. All you have to do is open up and let them in. This ChiroLaunch that I talk about is merely the process of using yourself and your world differently, thus allowing other possibilities that exist to actually materialize. Your willingness to make this launch, your willingness to take this jump, is what sets everything in motion. You do not achieve your dreams, you do not achieve your full potential through your own singular effort and struggle. As we talked about earlier, neither raw effort nor sheer willpower is the answer here. Trying as hard as you can is going to fall far short of taking you as far as you're capable of going. You must take advantage of these support systems that you just can't see. In a sense, this process is a lot like playing a card game, like bridge. You don't bid on your hand alone. Your bid is based on the power of your partner's cards as well. You don't really get to see those cards until it's time to play them, but you trust that they are going to bring valuable strength to your own hand. The unseen forces we're talking about are phantom powers that cannot be fully explained. And maybe they strike you as some sort of a mystical phenomenon. They certainly do to me. But the truth is, they're going to make an amazing contribution to your efforts. These unseen forces seem to operate through your subconscious mind, mental imagery, intuition, and sometimes luck. You might be hit with a flash of inspiration during a moment of solitude. This creative solution to a problem may come to you in a dream. A breakthrough idea that can just flash through your mind while you're visualizing your goal. Somehow, the resources you need just seem to appear. All you need to do is paint a vivid picture in your mind for these forces to know precisely what you want. Focus on the ends like we talked about in the last video. And in one way or another, those unseen forces will absolutely dazzle you. You can count on it. A ChiroLaunch will come easy when you plug into this remarkable power source. You don't have to understand it totally in order to use it, just as you don't have to comprehend the physics of energy in order to flip on a light switch and have the room just get flooded with light. When you focus constantly on a clear picture of what you want to accomplish and you move towards it confidently, these unseen forces will rally to your support. These unknowns, these invisible resources are the most powerful factors available to you, and they're going to assist you in making this launch. I've been getting a lot of great comments about this video series as I travel around the country and meet with doctors. I'd love to hear what you have to say, so please leave some comments down below. Thank you for joining me for this video series on the 14 tips or tricks on creating a ChiroLaunch experience in your own practice and in your own life. Before you go, I just want to take a quick second and explain to you about a service that I offer, kind of my flagship product. As most of you know, I travel around the country pretty frequently. I'm out there meeting with doctors, doing on-site evaluations, picking up new CrossFit t-shirts, enjoying new restaurants, and I really enjoy my travel. And as I'm out there, I do these initial practice evaluations that I call them, where I actually come on site. I meet with you in your office, and I get a lot of questions about what exactly happens when I do these evaluations. So I'll make it quick, but briefly, I just come in, I meet with you, you give me a tour of the office, kind of show me how you practice. I get to see the flow of your practice. I get to see what kind of equipment you use, what kind of equipment you don't use. And then we sit down, we go over basically everything about your practice, your statistics, your billing procedures, your marketing. We talk about your staff. We pretty much go over everything. Typically takes anywhere from 90 to 120 minutes to get all that done. From that point, I take off, usually go back home, and I draw up a little action plan for you. That action plan is step by step, sequentially, what I would do if I were you, if I were in your position over the next 6 to 12 months, depending on the situation. I get called into a lot of specialty situations, so a lot of guys that looking to sell their practice, looking to bring an associate on, looking to add a new service, whether it be massage or physical therapist or even an MD. Transitions is kind of my specialty, so that's why I get called into a lot. So again, depending on the situation, depends on how long the action plan is going to take. So a few days later, I email it over to you. We get on the phone, I walk you right through it, tell you exactly what I would do if I were you. And again, as I'm traveling around, I used to charge $9.95 for these evaluations. People used to call me when I first started consulting, fly me out for $9.95. I do this evaluation. These days, since I travel so much and I've kind of figured out how to travel and do it on the cheap, I do them for much lower prices. So I always have a special promotion going on if I'm going to be in your area. I'm sure there's a link down below, so go ahead and click on that. That's going to take you to a new page explaining to you again what's going on right now in my life, where I'm going to be, what my schedule's like, and how you can take advantage of that opportunity to have me come into your practice and do that evaluation at a very special price. So keep enjoying the videos. I'll talk to you soon.